Attack Slug has come down with an illness and is in poor health this week. Video game, that was last week. I'm doing okay this week, but what's good? Anyway, we are here with some more Wrestling Revolution 3D. I am your host, Attack Slug. I should not have had that beer with The Miz. And Maple Leaf Grappling have adopted a new policy of signing wrestlers to long-term contracts. That's smart. Listen, Attack Slug, I want to talk to you about taking your career in a new direction. What possible nonsense do you possibly want this time? For real though. How would you like to turn against the fans? It could give your career a whole new perspective. That's not normally how bosses ask you things on TV, but also they're not going to give me a choice, so I'll just agree with it. I don't have creative control. Alright, can't wait to see your dark side. The fans will go nuts if you wind them up properly. Sure. And there is that match against Broken Matt Hardy. Delete, delete, delete. This should go quite poorly as I am down with the sickness, as they say. Yes, wonderful. Wonderful. Anyway, welcome to Saturday. It is the weekend. I am down with the sickness in the video game, not in real life. I'm actually almost better. I'm almost 100% again in real life. I still have this bit of a cough, but that's kind of neither here nor there. I suppose I'll work around it as I do here on this channel. But as yesterday was a bit of a slow news day, today is a bit of the opposite. And first and foremost, the first and the most foremost in our wrestling news pantheon, I can only say, ball game, Michael, ball game. Apoplectic. JBL has stepped down from SmackDown commentary. Holy crap. Oh man, wow. I got no health at all. How am I supposed to fight Matt Hardy with no health? For real though. There's so many things that immediately come to mind with this whole JBL situation. And I know a lot of fans are immediately saying, hey, that means Morrow on SmackDown. And I'm like, no, not really. Because Morrow has other obligations that obviously taping NXT a bunch of months in a row or weeks in a row makes his other obligations to boxing and MMA and that kind of stuff easier to deal with. Obviously, he called that big fight with Floyd and Connor last weekend. And that doesn't mean he can go back to SmackDown. Also, like, that doesn't work for SmackDown announcing because you don't have... You're bereft of a heel commentator right now on SmackDown, right? Without JBL, you've got Tom Phillips, who is your play-by-play, and you have Byron Saxton, who's generally terrible, also not a heel. Byron Saxton is kind of a whatever, right? And honestly, I don't think he could make a believable heel if he tried. Anyway, you need to have a heel commentator on that team. So just, hey, no, let's bring in Morrow. That doesn't work, right? Now, if you swapped Morrow and Tom Phillips, then maybe, but you still would need a heel commentator on SmackDown. Now, I've seen some folks saying, oh, well, why don't we just bring over Corey Graves? Because he's already there to tape 205 Live, so he's already working Monday and Tuesday. So that would be a, good addition to that team. And then, obviously, for 205, Byron leaves, and you have those two, Tom Phillips and Corey Graves. Sharpshooter from Matt Hardy. What? Fighting back through his illness. But, I don't know. Like, do you bring back Lawler for SmackDown? Would he want to work that schedule again? Or is he happy working the thing he has now, where he shows up occasionally, and when they need him to show up? So, I don't know. But, man, how much of this feels like, wow, they kind of just waited a little bit. They waited a few months for the smoke to clear, for the air to clear, and then had JBL step down to do more charity work in Bermuda, or whatever it is he does. And, because obviously, had he stepped down back during the height of this thing, back around Mania time, that would have looked like an admission of guilt. And regardless of what JBL is saying now, and what Morrow is saying now, and what the company is saying now, like, something went on there. Something clearly went on there. And obviously, when you bring back Morrow to work NXT, he won't say anything bad about what happened in that time frame. But going back, looking at that time frame where JBL was blocking anybody who followed Morrow, regardless of whether or not they interact with them on Twitter. Anybody who was following them both got blocked by JBL. That was some red flag right there. And Morrow's friends, like, just directly making reference to wanting to beat up JBL. Like, come on. Clearly, something happened, but they won't talk about it because that's bad for business, etc., etc. But yes, JBL down. End of an era. Done with SmackDown commentary. So, obviously, who replaces him, woo, becomes the biggest question of them all. I suppose we'll find out pretty shortly. So, that is your big news story of the day. If I could stop coughing, that would be cool, but hasn't quite happened yet. I've managed to fight back pretty hard here against a very fresh Matt Hardy, where I have, like, no health, and shockingly enough, have not lost this match. I thought I would lose pretty immediately, but I've managed to, the grit and determination of this man, even with a serious illness, is still fighting back against the broken brilliance of Matt Hardy. To the outside. To the outside. Counter ref. So yeah, that's the JBL thing. I'm sure there'll be more to discuss on the JBL thing once we find out, kind of what's going on with the SmackDown announce team and those bits of beardness. Oh, backdrop back into the ring. This game is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, moving on to other news. We have a small update, F5 to Matt Hardy. A small update to Samoa Joe, and they're saying 6 weeks for his knee injury. So, back in time for Survivor Series, or, to start working that kind of a program, perhaps. That's in November. We're only in the beginning of September, so gonna miss October and half of November. September and half of October. So we figure end of October for the return of Joe. That could start building you into, I guess, whatever other Raw pay-per-view you have between No Mercy and Survivor Series, etc., etc. So, best of luck. Get Joe back soon. Joe's one of the best guys that they have on Raw, period. Anyway, in other injury recovery news, we have, an RKO out of nowhere, and he no-sells it. Codebreaker. RKO and a Codebreaker. Any other mortal man would have been done with that, but clearly Matt Hardy and the Seven Deities, he's not mortal. Anyway, Primo has been cleared for action, which means I guess we're gonna have him and Epico doing their Shining Stars, or Epico and Primo, or were they, the Matadores, or, I don't know. Perhaps another new gimmick for them? Who knows? But that was why they were not on TV for the longest time, not because they were leaving, but because, Primo had been, had a knee injury, or a leg injury, or, some kind of an injury. I can't recall the exact nature of what his injury was. It's been a while. But also, Darren Young returned on the house show circuit, last night in a Battle Royal. So, Darren Young back again. Perhaps he can be great this time. Maybe. They teased some stuff between him and Titus, so perhaps he is joining Titus worldwide. We'll see. We'll see. Would not be surprised to see him back on TV shortly, but as of right now, just doing house show stuff. So, best of luck to Darren Young, who had that nasty, nasty elbow injury, like 6 months ago. I don't know. It was he missed Mania. It was a while ago. I think he did anyway. It's all a blur. It's all a blur. So let's try to get this Matt Hardy match done with. Like, it's already gone on for about 10 minutes. Matt Hardy really trying to get that cross arm breaker in. Like it's his destiny! Or whatever. I, shockingly enough, have managed to survive this long. It has been an onslaught from Matt Hardy, considering I started this match with no health because of my illness for the week. So, that's been, but I've managed to work it out. I've managed to hit a number of amazing maneuvers here against Matt Hardy, but just can't get that 3 count. Haven't been able to close the deal there. Matt Hardy still wants to work high risk, wants to be a high flyer. Get over. No, you're not. You're not doing it, Matt Hardy. You're not. I'm sorry. It's not happening. Oh no. 5 minutes remaining. Reversed it. Choke slam. Pinfall. Out of nowhere. 2. Oh, come on. That was an amazing choke slam out of nowhere. And Matt Hardy not having it. What? Reverse the pinfall into a pinfall. You get a 1 count, boy. Punch you in the face. Punch you in your stupid face. Let's see here. What can I pull off? That was the Oklahoma. That was like the Braun Strowman slam. I'm like getting held back a little bit. Like I'm not at 0 anymore, which is weird. The bear hug? I tapped him out with a bear hug to win the match. Wow. And he won't let go. He won't let go. Let the man go. Let the man go. Never. Never. Matt Hardy's profile has risen because it was such a compelling matchup. Attack Slug, same deal. Christian has been released by Maple Leaf Grappling. He just wanted one more match. Uh-oh, it's me and Miz. Hey, Attack Slug, how would you feel about joining the Miz Taraj? I mean, sure, we're both heels now, so that makes sense. I think you'd bring out the best in each other and could inject new life into the tag team division. Playa, holla holla. Also, as we've seen, I have no creative control. I don't have a choice. So, Miz, Attack Slug, thanks for the opportunity, Attack Slug. I'm sure we can make this work for both of us. Sure, Miz. All right. Nothing scheduled. Doing some training. The fans insist on treating Luke Harper as a heel despite his attempts to play a face. Just honestly get him back on TV is all I'm asking for. Road Dogg renewed his contract. Oh, you didn't know? Attack Slug's profile has suffered from a lack of exposure in recent weeks. What? Maple Leaf Grappling, I thought they just said they wanted to do long term. I just read that like 5 minutes ago. What? A new wrestler called Dennis Galloway has started training. Any relation to Drew Galloway? Here we go again. Pay-per-view, Me and The Miz versus Shane McMahon's team of Shane and Steph, or Paul Bearer, or I don't know, we'll see. Here we go. Miz is like the IC champ in the game, I think. He's the IC champ in the game, or the US, or whatever the equivalent is in this game. Pretty sure John Cena is your world champion. I'm gonna have to go look, so. Anyway, Me and The Miz versus... what do we got? Stephanie doing the yes taunt, and Samoa Joe and Shane McMahon. There is a hell of a tag team. Joe and Shane. So, sure, why not? That should be a tough fight. Pretty sure Joe totally whooped on me the other day, so that should be rough if Joe is the main guy in this match. I have to fight him, so we'll see. We shall certainly see. But I have a microphone. What do you got to say, Attack Slug? If you screaming kids can be quiet for 1 second, I've got something to say. I used to pander to you morons, but I'm not interested in winning a popularity contest anymore. Nope. Whether it's the marks in this arena or the puppets backstage, I don't care if anybody likes me or this camera angle or not. From now on, my only priority is to succeed at any cost, and nobody is going to stand in my way. Yeah. What? Oh, great. Joe's legal. Anyway, elsewhere in the news bits, we have some new additions, supposedly, to the WWE Network. And it's everyone's favorite, WCW, Thunder is getting added. So that should be fun. Thunder, you guys. Who wants to watch some Thunder? Who wants to watch some more Scott Steiner matches? Anyway, that was their answer to SmackDown. I guess they had Thunder first before SmackDown, but that was their, hey, we're adding another show, and then so WWF added another show that was SmackDown, and that led to Vince Russo and, what was his name? Ed Ferrara and Vince Russo left because they didn't want to work both Raw and SmackDown and had to write both those shows, basically. So that was fun. Because they weren't getting paid anymore. Like, no, we're gonna give you more work, but not get paid for that work. And they decided to leave. So, anyway, bit of wrestling history there. I'm pretty sure I got that timeline right. It's been a long time. But suplex into the ring. Brainbuster. 2, 3. 3 count. And a 3 count. Wow. Quick victory. Quick victory on Samoa Joe. Just didn't want any of it. What? A roll-up. Match is over, Joe. Sorry. Sorry. I'm a heel now. You're right, it should have suffered. You got defeated real easy by the Attack Slug. 137. Shane. Not affected. He's still Shane. If you ain't talking money, then your talking don't matter. Attack Slug improved considerably by winning so convincingly in that match. And The Miz improved by being on the winning team in that match. Alright. This Miz Taraj stuff seems best for beingness. AJ Lee renewed her contract. Finn Balor's stamina improved. Rusev has renewed his contract. Ryback has left wrestling school to pursue a career at All American Wrestling. And tomorrow, we have a last man standing tag team match. Playa, Holla Holla versus AJ Lee's team. So AJ Lee and somebody else versus myself and The Miz in a last person standing match. Alright, sure. That should be interesting. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day. And I'll see you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.